see a brighter me. I'm sorry. To all my supporters, man. I love y'all. I just want to say thank you for supporting me since day one. You just don't want to see me win, man. I don't know why, but we gonna win anyway. I came straight out the...
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Adoree Jackson on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. This is Derrick Henry, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Room here to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards. It says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it this much. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Willie Henry in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the interception, here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Come back. Tiger.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
To throw is Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On first down, Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second and 10, Watson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Come back. Tiger. Come back.
Again, it's Watson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And now running right through it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Here's Watson now on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Watson on third down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big gain of 39 on third.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this is caught at the 8. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
To the air yet again, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10 at the 20. Following the interception here, Mariota, his throw incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw is Mariota. And Matthews has it right side. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A Tennessee first down. That one Mariota to Matthews. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Going for the deep ball. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Mariota hands to Henry. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On 3rd down, Mariota. He's going to air one out. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And here comes the Texans now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Barner. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Tiger. Come back.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
They begin with Henry. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, not a gain that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Now a handoff to Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Fighting through it, he's got space. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Stocker's got it. Complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Lewis, the first carry for the expatriate. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down, keep the sticks moving.
Going underneath for Lewis. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Let's go.
Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. They'll roll him out right. It fights him off. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. Open space inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Ellington. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Watson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Mariota. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good.
Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Tiger. Richmond.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And this is incomplete. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. On first down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. It's complete to Fuller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kenyon Barner, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. And that one makes it 14-7. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Fighting through pressure. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
There's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
First down, Mariota. Now they go screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 13 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second down, Mariota. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Again to Henry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mariota now on second down. And Walker has it. And he'll go down here right around